Hey guys, and welcome to I See You. I'm Melanie Sandy, and how has everybody been doing? I know it's been a while since I've been on here, but I've been enjoying family time, I've been enjoying vacations, and I'm just trying to jump back into this like I never left. So, I have a topic for you guys today, and it's called Enjoying the Process. So, I wrote a letter, and it goes like this. Dear Go-Getter, learn to enjoy the process of growth, elevation, the process that requires progress, the progress that will require every step to building the promise you made to yourself. Every go-getter has to grow, elevate, evolve, and put in work to get to your greatest desires. The process is never easy. If it was, then everyone would do it. The process that weeds out the real from the fake, the talkers from the doers. Again, I state, the process is hard, and it will test you, but you can't doubt yourself or the process. The journey is never a short stroll. It requires strength, focus, determination. You experience intense situations, failures, doubt, negativity, and you are approached with the easy way out. But we need to know the process is the process. No shortcuts. At times we may feel we have to take 10 steps back to take 1 step forward. But with those 10 steps back, we learn from them. We grow from them. And we build from them. We also feel at times that we are stuck in the same place, not moving forward, not moving backwards. And in those times, we have to realize we are stuck in those moments because we have not yet gained the knowledge or learned the lesson and skills that we require to move forward. In those moments, gaining the skill and understanding that is required for the next step in your process is the only way you move forward. So knuckle down, focus, and gain all that is required to not only reach your promise, but to enjoy each and every moment. The process is what makes you great. It's what makes you valuable. The promise is just the medal at the end of the race. It reminds you of all you went through, all that you overcome or that you overcame. It shows you how much you have grown and how you have got through the process to finally reach the promise. So, that was my letter to you guys, you go-getters, so you learn to enjoy the process. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that I enjoy the process every day, because I don't. Those moments where I feel like I can't move forward, those moments where I feel like I've taken 10 steps back to take 1 step forward, it's no smile in those situations. It's only I gotta push through. I know that after this, I'll see success. It's the drive. It's the motivation in me that continues to move forward. So with that being said, I wanted to just touch base with a few points. Because you guys know, I know it's been long, but you guys haven't forgotten the process and how I do my YouTube channel. So, I wanted to talk to you guys about enjoying the process and knowing that you ready for it. You are where you need to be. A lot of times we don't think so. We want to be everywhere else. We want to be 10 steps ahead. We want to be promoted 2 positions above. We want to be in a new environment, in a sunny scenery. We always want something else. And we forget to realize that where we are is where we need to be. Because if we were somewhere else, then that means we would have learned everything that we needed to learn in this moment. And you haven't, if you're still in the same place. It's been times where throughout my journey of school, getting my education and pursuing, the career that I want, I tend to feel like it's no way that I'm still here. Why haven't I yet succeeded? It's because what I need to learn in this moment, I have yet to learn. And if I move forward without learning those important skills, I'm only destined to fail. So I need to learn what I need to learn in this moment. Another point. Growth occurs in every obstacle and every experience. So, here's a funny story. I went and obtained my master's degree in human services focused in mental health. I then was in the field of mental health, being a behavioral therapist. In doing so, I then realized that I needed to obtain a master's in applied behavior analysis or gain the credits that I needed to obtain a BCBA. In doing so, I completed the coursework not once, but twice. So, for anyone who has completed this coursework, just know I've done it twice. I have felt as though I was defeated in times because me having to do something a second time due to requirements and changes that the board made. How did that make me feel? It made me feel defeated. I felt like I was not where I needed to be. I began to doubt myself. And in that moment, when I began to doubt myself, or in the moments, because there were plural, I began to doubt myself. I had to remind myself that each and every experience that I go through, an obstacle that I go through, and tribulation and trial that I go through, I have to learn from it and I have to come out of it stronger. So the first time when I did the coursework, yes, I obtained the knowledge. I did very well. The second time where I did the coursework, I utilized the coursework as study tools. I attempted to view it in different ways. I tried to, do hands-on work a lot more versus me doing the book work, so I can make sure that I actually can follow through with the information that I was gaining versus me just doing the same thing the same exact way that I did the first time. And in doing so, I felt like I did gain more information. I felt like I did become more experienced in the field in doing things versus me just knowing the knowledge. Now I actually knew how to do it. A lot of times we tend not to view how we go through things, or just situations that we're not very happy about. We tend to view them as obstacles that are blocking us from our success. But in all actuality, I don't think they're obstacles blocking us. I think there's obstacles that are strengthening us. So take that into consideration and start viewing things differently. Don't view it in a negative mindset. Try and view it in a positive mindset that's going to better you as a person. Don't allow those obstacles to make you doubt yourself and you fail. And granted, if you do fail, that is okay, because you failing is only going to teach you and make you stronger as a person. Another point that I wanted to address, the 3 P's. You're going through the process. 1, you have to make progress. 2, to eventually reach your promise. 3. The 3 P's: process, progress, promise. they don't come in a different order. You have to go through the process and you have to make progress to reach your promise. A lot of times we tend to want the promise without the process. And a lot of times we tend to fail progressing, and you're never going to reach the promise if you're not progressing. So we have to realize that it's an order of how things are done. And we always want to skip because you want to fast forward. We are a generation and a society that wants this immediate response. We want the immediate success. We want the immediate gratification. And unfortunately, the process is not immediate. The process is a long journey that you have to learn to what? Enjoy it. Another point that I wanted to address. Learn to be happy with what you have and where you are while working for what you want. A lot of times we become defeated. Like I said before, we begin to doubt ourselves. And in doing so, the process becomes a process that is difficult, that is stressful, that is just annoying, that is just, it's just a place that makes you feel negative in all aspects. You just hate the process. And if you hate the process, then you're not going to do your best. You're not going to be focused. You're not going to be driven because you're going to be annoyed and you're just going to be going through the routine. You're going to be going through the motions versus you actually learning. A lot of times we tend to lose the excitement of what we wanted to get because we're so focused on the end result. But I have to enjoy every step of the growth and every step of the elevation for when I get to my promise, I truly enjoy it. A lot of times we forget that and we are just looking for the end result. But it's just like you meeting somebody. Okay, you meet somebody and at the end result, you want to marry them. However, the fun part is getting to know that person. The fun part is getting that person to know you. That is the process in the situation. And we want to fast forward to the end result. The end result has no value unless you enjoy or you deal with the process. So again, learning to enjoy the process through your journey and not being unhappy. Because if you're unhappy during your process, are you truly going to be happy at the end result? That means you are just unhappy in general. And regardless of what that end result is, you're not going to be happy. You have to learn to be happy where you are and without all of the bells and whistles, so that when you do have the bells and whistles, you are truly happy and you're truly enjoying the place of bliss versus you weren't happy in the process and then the promise is here and you're still unhappy. In that way, what then? Are you going to then enter into a new process to find something else that you think is going to make you happy? You have to find your happiness. And finding your happiness, again, is a whole nother topic. But again, it relates to you enjoying the process of your everyday life to your success. Another point. Don't get content or comfortable. The place of comfort does not result in growth. So, this statement, I feel as though a lot of times we get comfortable. We don't like not being comfortable, because when you're not comfortable, that means you're uneasy. That means you're not aware of, what's to come. You get hit with things unexpectedly, and that's okay. That means you are growing. That means things are moving in your, in your purpose. That means what you're doing at that time, it needs to happen. You need to learn to grow and you need to learn to change and be able to adapt. And when you are always in a place of comfort, you lose your ability to navigate. You lose, your motivation, your drive. You lose just that focus because you become so comfortable that it just happens and you just do everything with ease. Life isn't easy. Success isn't easy. Whatever you made as your promise, reaching that promise is never going to be easy. And if it is easy, then is that really your promise? Because everything takes work. For you to build a building, you got to lay the bricks. For you to have a baby, you got to go through labor. For you to have the fancy car, somebody had to build it. Nothing comes easy. You guys just see the end result and think that that is where we need to just go automatically because we have and we live in this society where we feel as everything is immediate and we want that immediate gratification. But no, we have to work for it. So we can't be comfortable and content in a place that is not going to push you to do more. I learned, this is personal experience, and I'm far from where I need to be. But I know that when I am in a comfortable state, it gets so easy. I just start doing my routine and I realize, wait a minute, this is just too routine based. I don't feel like I'm doing enough. And when I don't feel like I'm doing enough, that's when I start, I got to figure it out and I got to switch it up. Because being comfortable is not going to push you and it's not going to make you a better person. Being comfortable creates a lazy person. Another point, learning during the process. You may reach hurdles, roadblocks, and you may feel you're stuck, but you're in that place because you haven't learned. And this is what I said in the letter. Realizing that at times in your life, you may feel like you can't go forward and you can't go backward, that you're stuck in this place. Have it be you're stuck in the same work environment, you're stuck in the same relationship, you just feel like you're stuck in this place financially, you feel like you're stuck in this place mentally, whatever the case may be, but you feel like you are stuck in a situation and that whatever that you're doing or that nothing is changing, it's because God is putting you in that situation. And again, I tell you guys, I'm going to speak about God. And if you guys don't believe that, that's perfectly fine. So you believe whatever you believe. But in the moment where you are stuck in a situation, you're in that situation because you haven't learned what you needed to learn. You haven't gained the knowledge that is going to help you and that's going to allow you to progress into the next step in your life. And if you haven't learned what you need to learn, the majority of the time, every time you move forward, you're going to fall back. So if I did not learn to swim, and every time I try to start swimming, I sink and I have to start over. And I sink and I have to start over. It's because I have yet to learn to swim. Now, once I learn to swim, I can continue on and move to the next step of actually swimming. But I have to learn that skill first. And it's the same exact way in our life. It's the same exact way in our process, in our progress, and our journey to our promise, to our success, to where we want to be in life. We have to learn the skills. You can't go to third grade if you didn't conquer and overcome and learn everything that you need to learn in second grade. I can't become a BCBA if I have not gained all the knowledge that I need to gain when I am in the RBT stage of learning the skills and gaining the clinical hours, whatever the case may be. These are just my examples that I'm providing you. But, take what I'm saying and use it for yourself. Put yourself in the situation, because a lot of times, people don't realize that this is what y'all going through too. And this is off topic, but FYI, I received a lot of feedback about my YouTube channel, and the feedback was that they feel as though it is very female based. Well, hey, I am a female, so I am going to speak, in the mindset of a female. But this situation, enjoying your process, this is not sex related. This is not male or female. This is not age related. This is not teenager nor adult. This is just life in general. This is you being able to understand that you have to learn to crawl before you can walk. And if you are never going to learn to crawl, then you are going to stay in that place for the rest of your life until you learn what you need to learn to move forward. So that right there may answer a lot of questions for you guys as to why am I still in the same place? As to why can I progress? And you may have learned something, but didn't learn everything. And I feel that happens to me as well, where I'm progressing as a person, I'm growing as an individual, but I am still lacking maybe the key point of getting out of this place of standstill. So I have to open my mind, and I have to be willing to learn as much as I can learn, and be willing to adapt in this environment as much as I can adapt, so that one day I can move forward into my next step. Another point: don't get discouraged by distractions or by failures. Distractions, we need to use them to strengthen our focus. Failures, we need to use them as the blueprint of what not to do and what to avoid moving forward. A lot of times we tend to hit those hurdles. And when we hit those hurdles hard, we fall on our face. And we fall on our face, and it is so hard for us to get back up. It is so hard for us to feel confident again. It is so hard for us to move with the same motivation and the same drive, because we begin to doubt ourselves. Every door that is slammed in your face, every phone call that did not end in you got the job, every, student or not student loan, but loan that you're trying to take out for the new mortgage, whatever the case may be, whatever the situation is. But when that door is closed in your face, you need to realize that that door was not for you, and that there is another door that is waiting for you. And when you hit that door is going to have nothing but yeses. That door is going to have nothing but accepting you for who you are. And that is when you're going to be able to find your process and move forward and focus and get to the place where you have met your promise. We do not like failing. Who does? You have the kid that every time they lose a game, they cry and they have a temper tantrum and they have horrible sportsmanship. It's because they hate failing. They want to feel like they are a winner. They want to feel, gratified. They want to feel great. And when you are trying and you are doing everything in your power to be great, and a door is slammed in your face, granted, yes, it hurts. And it may affect you as a person, affect your confidence in that situation. But you need to make sure that the way it affects you to the point where you become stronger. Yes, they slammed the door in my face. Yes, I didn't get the job. Yes, I didn't get the house. But you slammed the door in my face, but there's 12 other doors that I have to knock on. And just because you slammed the door in my face is not going to stop me from moving forward. It's not going to stop me from progressing. It's not going to stop me from being motivated and driven. You just have to view it differently. It has to become the battery in your back. It has to be the engine in the car. It has to be what starts you up and gets you going. Because if it doesn't, the only other thing that it's going to do is it's going to make you at standstill. It's going to take away your drive and your motivation so much that you lose yourself, that you begin to doubt yourself. And that right there is not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get you moving forward closer to your promise. It's just going to have you at standstill. And what's that going to do for you? So at the end of the day, I feel like, yes, those failures do, they throw us for a loop, and they do make us doubt ourselves. But you need to learn to, in that moment, you are allowed, you're human, the emotions, are going. So you're allowed to feel sad. You're allowed to feel, a little bit of doubt. Yes, you're allowed for that moment. And then after that moment, you need to dust yourself off, pick your shit back up, and get your shit together. And realize that failure is only going to make me stronger. That failure only taught me what not to say. That failure only taught me what else I can do. Let me try this now. Let me try something new. Let me see if this different approach is going to get me a better response. So, that is just my thoughts on enjoying the process and learning that you have to enjoy it, and you have to love it, and you have to be motivated, and you can't be comfortable. These are all the things that you can't do. These are all the things that is going to get you closer to your promise. Like, I'm in it. I'm at a place where I always don't think I am where I need to be. But then I have to realize where I'm at is where I need to learn from. And until I learn what I need to learn, I'm going to be here. And then when I learn what I need to learn, then I'm going to move forward. But remembering that we go-getters. And at the end of the day, you have to continue to go. You have to continue to strive. You have to continue to do everything in your power to be great. I see your greatness, and I hope you see your greatness as well. I'm Melanie Sandy, and I want you guys to drop your comments. I want you guys to tell me what you guys been thinking. I just want to know what's been going on with you, and what is your process? What is your progress, and how has it been affecting you? And if you ever felt like, you began to doubt yourself, don't. We have all been there. And just know that you need to be your biggest fan. You need to be, the one that motivates you. You can't allow anybody else to do that. And don't allow anybody else to make you doubt yourself. You're great. So, I hope you guys love this new topic. And I will make sure that I am dropping more videos. I am also going to make sure that I am incorporating everybody. So I'm going to try and have different topics that are going to touch base with not just the females, but the males. And I want to have some people join in. So if you guys are interested in touching base with me and having a little conversation on my channel, please reach out. I look forward to speaking with you guys, and I want you guys to have a blessed day. I see you.